Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Hannah Day and this is your Yin Fusion class. You are going to need a yoga mat. Tonight you're going to need 2 pillows. So I like 2 pillows from the couch. Everyone has these kind of pillows hanging around. And this is going to be to support the knees in a different pose. You can also use 2 blocks. So if you don't have 2 pillows, 2 blocks are great. So you can have 2 of those blocks or 2 pillows. You'll also need a bolster. So if you don't have a bolster, go grab 2 big thick pillows from your bed. Those thick kind of rectangular pillows, you're gonna stack them later on tonight for a really great chest opener. And you also need a blanket. Now, it's always nice in your yin class to have a strap. I have a scarf if you have one. If you don't, that's okay. Just have your socks nearby. Just something that you could quickly grab in case you can't reach something. I'm gonna time our poses tonight if you're wondering why I have my kitchen timer here. So that's what I'm doing there. Just to make sure we do the same amount of time in each side. So your yin yoga, we're always finding that soft edge, finding stillness and holding it. If we feel numbness or tingling, we're coming out immediately. So if you don't have 2 pillows, you don't have 2 blocks, just grab 2 thick books. 2 thick books is perfect. And you're gonna come sitting up on one of your pillows or your bolster. You can support your ankle bones with that nice blanket or towel. And if you want to be extra cozy, I know a lot of you have, this is your ritual for your Tuesday nights. I love hearing about the people who have sleeping bags and incense going and they fall asleep into bliss. So you have all the stuff you need. Maybe you have your Buddha statues and crystals. That's great. Whatever means self-care for you. Maybe you have pictures of people you miss and you love. For next week, we can also do that too. Bring and surround yourself with pictures and faces of people you love and miss this time of year, so we can send out love and gratitude to them. So just come to seated first. We're gonna shrug our shoulders up to our ears with a deep breath, and then exhale, let the shoulders drop. Inhale, shrugging up. Exhale, just letting go. One more, shrug up. Exhale, let it go. And then shrug up and roll up and back. Just shrugging up and back. And then switch the direction. Just make this feel okay for you. If it doesn't, then skip it. Shrug up and forward. And then shrug up again and back. Sitting tall, hands down on the thighs, belly button towards the spine so that you can have the core turned on, and sit up as tall as you can tonight. Imagine the beautiful night sky, the stars, the moon, and then take an inhale here and exhale slowly. Bring your chin down towards your chest. Relax the back of the neck, lengthen the back of the neck, and then inhale and exhale. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder. If you'd like, you can take your right hand up and float it up and place it on your head. Now, if that's too much, bring it back. Now, we're not pushing down. It's just the natural weight of our hand on our head. Fingertips might graze the ear. And take some nice deep breaths into that whole left side of your neck. Inhaling through the nose. Open the mouth and let go of any tension in the jaw. 2 more like that. Inhaling in. Big breath out. Releasing. 1 more. Inhaling in. And a big breath out. Inhale to lift the hand up if you placed it there. Exhale, bring your hand down slowly and bring your chin down to your chest and let your head just sway back and forth. Notice how the back of your neck feels today. I'm not judging. Maybe you were at a computer a lot. Maybe you slept funny. Just notice and sway. And then come to stillness and center, chin towards the chest. Inhale and exhale, left ear rolls to the left shoulder. Inhale, if you'd like, you can add on. That left hand floats up and just gently place it on your head. If it's too much, we're not doing it. Remember, you're just finding this light, soft edge. Big breaths into that side of your neck. Inhaling in, exhaling out. Big breath out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, fill up the whole side of your neck. Exhaling out through the mouth. Last one, in. Big breath out through the mouth. Inhale to float that hand up. Exhale, bring that hand down. Chin comes down to the chest and roll the head. Again, nice and slow. We're just staying in the front of the body. Swaying the head as if you had a pen at the tip of your nose and you're drawing a happy face. Slowly come to a stop. Fingertips come to your forehead. Inhale, lift your head up. And then run your fingers back over your head to your shoulders and you're rolling them forward. And then roll them back. Big rolls. And then roll them forward again, but release the shoulders, bringing this kind of big virtual hug. And then back the other way. Roll those back. Maybe think about the elbows coming closer together behind your body. This should be work, doing this. And then settle the hands down. Inhale to sit up tall. Again, belly button turns on towards the spine. Sit up tall, reach through the crown. Inhale through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Beautiful. Inhale, reach out to gratitude today. This time of year, to be thankful for all the things. Exhale, pull down to the heart. Inhale, trace up your midline. And exhale, out. 2 more like that. Inhale, palms, reach up. Pulling in what you're grateful for. Exhaling, heart center. Inhale, trace up your midline. Exhaling out. Last time, inhale, reach up. Exhaling, pulling in the gratitude to the heart. Stay at the heart center. Now tonight we talked about shedding what's not serving us. What can we release in this year, 2020? What can we leave behind? Or maybe focusing on what your body needs right now. What does your body need? Does it need rest? Does it need nourishment? Does it need connection? Just dropping into the body. Come out of the brain, drop into the heart. And just open up your palm on the heart and the other palm, open it up and join your fingertips and just notice. Can you ask your body what it needs? Does it need deep rest? Does it need nourishment? Does it need connection? What does your body need? And what can we shed away from this year? Taking your hands down, and it's okay if nothing came to you, no problem. We're going to come off our height, off of that pillow or bolster, and switch the cross of your legs, coming onto that blanket. Push any kind of pillows that are on your space. So it's just you, your mat, and your blanket, and your sit bones. Rock around so you can feel those, and then we're going to open up through the heart. Open through the chest, looking up in your space, and then round back. Bring your belly button to your spine and the back of wrist to touch in front of you, chin to chest. Inhale, roll over sit bones, open through the heart. Exhale, round it back. Back of wrist touch in front of you, chin to chest. 2 more like that. Notice how this feels. We're opening the front of the heart, and then we're rolling back. We're opening the back of the heart, chin to chest, back of wrist touch. Inhale to lift, open, chest, throat, round it back. Then stay rounded and take that right hand, gently tug on your left wrist. So inhaling, take a tug, gently tugging, breathe in the back body, exhale, release the hands. Bring your hands behind your back. Now this is where if you have a trusty sock, you can grab it, or maybe you can grab your hands, interlace your fingers, and lift up, looking up. Big breath in. Exhale, release your hands. And then we'll do the other side. Left hand gently grabs the right wrist. Inhale in, big as you can. Hold the breath, bringing chin to chest. Exhale, release your hands. They come behind the body, and then you're interlacing the fingers. Bring the palms together and lift up through the heart, looking up. This is the season for heart openers. Exhale to release. And then bring your right arm up, or left arm up, and come over to the right. Reaching over. Inhale to come up. Exhale over to the other side. And just go back and forth. Riding the rhythm of your breath tonight. How are you feeling as you come back and forth? Noticing if you need to go slower or quicker, moving with your rhythm of breath. And knowing that this group, we're all energetically connected. We're doing the same practice. Sending each other that energy of peace and calm, of gratitude. And then we're all going to pause. Take your time to come over to the right side. Ground down your right hand. Now back off a bit. Re-ground down and soften the left shoulder away from your ear. We're going to twist the rib cage up and look up to the ceiling. Inhaling. Exhale, reach around a big imaginary beach ball. Look under your armpit on the right. Inhale, open up. Looking up, follow that hand with your gaze if you can. And ribcage twist to the sky. Exhale, reach around imaginary beach ball, looking under the armpit. And we know we have a few new people join us, so welcome. Anything you do in this class, inhale, open. Exhale, round around. This is really about you tapping into your body and only doing what feels good. Make modifications if it don't. Inhale, coming up. I like how it said, if it don't work. Just make modifications. Exhale, reach around. And slowly come back to center. Inhale, arms lift up, float them up slowly. And then come over to the left. Plant your hand down and reach over. Now, back off on the left. Re-ground with the hand. And then let your right shoulder just kind of softly. That ear has more space. Then inhale, twist the ribcage, look up. Exhale, reach around a big imaginary beach ball, look under your armpit. Inhale to open up, look up, big breath in. Exhale, reach around imaginary beach ball, looking under your armpit. And you're only going to where it feels okay for you. Your range of motion, where it feels okay. Exhale, reaching around that imaginary ball. And looking under. Inhale to look up, opening up. And exhale, reaching around. Good. And then coming back to center. From here, we're going to do a little bit of Kundalini, pulling in what you need. Okay? So this might be a little weird, but this is great for you to do. So you're going to just float your arms and let them float up. Okay? That's it. Now you're going to lean forward. And then you're going to pull in powerfully what you need. With an exhale. That's it. Inhale out. Reach forward. Exhale. That's it. Hard. Inhale out. Energetically. That's it. Inhale out. Exhale. Inhale. What do you need the new year? Inhale. Is it more abundance, confidence, courage, health? What is it? 2 more. Out. Lean forward. Exhale. Pull it back. Last time. And good work. I know that was weird. Extend your legs in front of you. Give them a little shake. And then find your sit bones again. Fingertips into the ground, flex your toes back and lift up. Sit up nice and tall, and then exhale, round, slouch, and point your toes. Inhale, sit up tall, flex the toes up. Sitting up, maybe you can feel this in the back of the calves, even the back of the thighs. Exhale, round, point. Last time, inhale, lifting up, maybe pushing into the fingertips, flexing the toes towards you. Exhale to point and slouch. Beautiful. Bend the knees, plant the feet down into the ground, fingertips forward. Inhale, sitting up into a tabletop pose. Look at your hips, level them out, feel your bum, your glutes lifted. Inhale, exhale, lower. One more like that. Inhale, lift up. Level out the hips, look down, know that you're strong, your bum is strong, and then lower down. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna flip around and come onto all fours. Take your time. Unfold your blanket or fold it again. Depends how your space is. I like to have my knees really supported throughout my practice. Hands below the shoulders, curl the toes under, sit back on your feet, and get one of your first pillows ready at the top of your mat or a block, whatever you need. And we're gonna have our hands below the shoulders, index fingers are parallel. If your hands are a little bit, wrists are sore, you can come into fists at any time. Inhale, drop the belly, curl your tailbone, spread your sit bones apart and look forward, if it's okay for your neck, into cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, belly button in. Now pull the core in, chin to chest. Inhaling, relax your belly, looking forward into cow. Full breath out, release your day. Use the core, belly button to spine, to wring out the breath. Your body really likes to release all that stale air. So you're gonna do 5 more. But now you're gonna tap into your intuitive self and notice how you move with the breath. You're not thinking about how this looks. You're doing this with how it feels. Full breath in, full breath out. This is one of the best poses you can do for the spine throughout your life. I want you to be doing this in your 90s, doing cat and cow. A healthy spine is a healthy life. Full breath out. Just really feel this in your body. Doesn't matter where I am, it's just where you are. Full breath in, full breath out. Take your time. That's it. Beautiful. And then find a neutral spine. Just relax your belly completely and look down at your index fingers. Make sure the index fingers are parallel or the wrist creases are parallel with the top of your mat. And then curl the toes under and lift your knees off the mat and come back to your first downward dog. Feet are hip width apart and then keep the heels lifted because you're going to go for a walk with your dog and bend one knee at a time. Now downward dog is an inversion, so if it's too much, come back to all fours. Take a break. You're going to look up at your hands and push down with intention into the knuckles. So try to bring the weight out of your wrist. Drop and release your head and look back between your feet. As you walk your dog, keep it moving. Go back and forth, back and forth. Good. Now from here, pause and bend your knees and hover them above the ground. And now curl your tailbone. Keep the hovering going. This is called Mama Bear pose. It should be a work. And then inhale, exhale, downward dog again. Go back and forth, pedal your legs. We'll do that one more time. Think of all the bears hibernating in the northern hemisphere right now. They're doing that hibernation that a lot of us, our bodies are craving right now. Coming and hovering the knees again. Come above the ground, hover the knees, now curl your tailbone. Drop the head and push back. And then come back down to all fours. It's a lot on the wrists, so curl the toes under, sit back on your heels, and just shake out the wrists and rise up with your hip over the knees and give your wrists a little break. Good. Inhale, arms come up. Interlace your fingers and lift up. Exhale a little bit over to the right without compressing in the low back. Inhale up. Exhale a little bit over to the left. Inhale to lift. Exhale to release. Hands back below the shoulders. Now you're going to pull your pillow forward because we're going to use it for the next pose. On the right side, you're going to open up to the right, look open, and exhale, thread the needle and hover it through. Inhale, open up, look up. Exhale, thread the needle. 2 more. Inhale, open. Looking up if it's okay. Exhale, thread the needle. And last time. And through. Now this is where you're going to grab your pillow and let your head rest on your pillow. Now some of you, that doesn't feel good and you want to bring your head to the ground. So really paying attention. Left fingertips are going to be pushed into the ground, resting here, but your bum is lifted and you should be getting into your shoulder. So you're on the head on the pillow or on the ground, whatever feels better for you. Really breathe into your back body and you can float. Some of you can float that left hand up and put it on your low back, your sacrum, or reach around for the top of your right thigh. But really, this is our yin fusion class. We're trying to be the most gentle edge, not your deepest edge. Notice how this feels. And then take a big breath in. If your hand's behind you, float up the arm. Exhale, bring your hand down to the ground. Inhale again and exhale, push yourself up. Hands below shoulders again. Knees below the hips. Curl the toes under. Inhale, looking forward into your cow pose. Exhale, downward dog. Take your time. Hips lift up and back. Feet hip width apart. And if it's okay if you're like, this is a lot for me. Just take it gently. Come and take breaks if you need it. Push into your hands. Push into your hands. Straighten out your arms. Let your head relax and come back down. Hands back below the shoulders. And then open up on the right or left side. Open up, look to the left. Exhale, thread the needle. Looking through. Inhale, open up. 3 more. Looking up. Exhale, hover, thread the needle, looking through. And 2 more. Opening up, looking up if that's okay for your neck and body. Exhale, through. And last time. Look up. Thread the needle and then come to the side of your left face on your pillow first. Notice if that feels nice, if that feels good, or if you don't want it. Head rests, your bum is lifted above the knees. Some of you are going to float your right arm up and rest it on your sacrum or reach around to the top of your left thigh. Again, this is where we step and say, is this my ego that wants to go there, or does it just feel good? Is that my soft edge? You're at your soft edge, not your deepest edge. Because you're going to hang out here and breathe here. And just notice how this feels. Notice where the breath is in your body. Notice if you can soften. Can you release anywhere? Can you release any tension anywhere? Let it slide off your body. Let any tension slide away. 1 more inhale. Big breath out. If your hand's behind here, inhale, let your arm float up. Exhale, bring the right hand back to the ground. Inhale again and exhale. Take your time to push up. Back to all fours. Really take your time here. From all fours, curl the toes under. Inhale, looking forward to cow. Exhale, downward dog. Taking your time. Now this is where you guys can just skip and not do what I'm saying, okay? Especially if you're like, oh gosh, not that. So just ignore me. You can come into a child's pose or something or rest. You're gonna, from here, take your right leg and just float it up. Bend your right knee and then bring your right knee up towards the right elbow. So lift it up, getting to the triceps. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, right knee to the left elbow or tricep, whatever you can do. Inhale, extend, lift up, and then bring that knee towards the nose, to center, towards the nose, whatever you can do. Inhale, lift up, and now you're gonna bend the knee and stack that hip above your left hip. And you're gonna look under your right armpit. So you're getting a big hip opener here and just holding. Breathe, you can do it. And now look back at the ground, float your right leg up, look forward and take a step forward and let that left knee come down and roll up. Really good work. I know that was a lot. A lot of head below the heart. Now shoulders come back. Make sure your right knee is right above the ankle. If you come up and it's too deep, you're just going to come back down and find a pillow or a block and come nice and low and stay here. That's fine. Or you can scooch that heel back and stay up higher here. So find you're not dumping as deep as you can go. You're really finding kind of a solid base, not too much opening in the hip flexors. Your right knee is right above your ankle. Ground down, shoulders back, and then fold the arms up. Your back toes can be curled under. Some people like to be on the top of their back foot. Reach up, breathe. Looking forward powerfully. Now pull in your core. Belly button likes to just chill. It likes to let go. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale, roll back, circle it back, nice and slow. Inhale up, and back, up, and back. Arms come up, palms touch, and just reach up. Interlace the finger except for your pointer and your thumb. Straight arms, powerfully. This is kind of like the sword of Shiva. You're just like breaking any bad habits. We're shedding anything we don't want this year to carry on into the new year. What are you shedding this year? What do you need to let go of? What isn't serving you anymore? Inhale, exhale, release the hands. Take an inhale, exhale. Bring your left hand below the shoulder and twist inwards. Reaching, twisting. Looking up or looking down, whatever works, or looking forward, wherever your head is happy, your gaze is happy. Inhale, exhale, bring that arm around and finding inwards. Hands on the inside of your right foot into lizard pose. Now this is where it might be too much of a hip opener. If that's the case, reach for your pillow, come up higher, or reach for a block, even better, more stability, or your book. You're going to scooch your foot on the right a little wider, so a little opening up. Hands right below the shoulders or wherever it feels comfortable. And then open up your dragon's wings. You're coming onto the side of your right foot. Again, if this is too much, you're coming higher up onto your blocks, onto your books. You're just lifting the inner right arch. And then just gently close your wing. And then come again, open just gently, really slow, coming to lift the inner arch, coming to the side of that right foot, and then drop it down. Nice. Slowly crawl back. Take your time, crawling back. Slide your foot back behind you. Knees below the hips. Now widen the knees. Big toes touch behind you. Sit back and just stack your fists below your forehead and rest for a lifted child's pose. Or some of you want to just come into that child's pose, arms, reach forward, forehead down. Just take a moment to rest. Big breath into your low back. Exhaling out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose to the low back. Exhale through the mouth. Again, if child's pose isn't comfortable, you can come forward on your forearm, arms, resting your head down, lifting your bum. So you're doing whatever you can. This is really about finding what feels good for you and ignoring what doesn't. Making modifications, making it work. You know your abilities in your body. One more big breath into the low back. Big breath out through the mouth. And then slowly crawling back. Now this time, we're going to get rid of that pillow and we're going to walk our hands more forward so that we have this nice straight body. Now bring your core in. because you're going to lower down to the ground, all the way down. Hands below, right beside the heart, elbows in, tops of feet into the mat. Inhale, little baby cobra. Exhale, let it go. Again, inhale, little baby cobra. Exhale, let it go. Hands behind the heart, elbows in, tops of feet, push them down again. Inhale, lift your kneecaps, look up again, baby cobra. Exhale, let it go. Curl the toes, push yourself up. Now this is where you can ignore me and just come back into a child's pose. Or you're gonna lower down with strength. Exhale, push yourself away like you're blowing away from the ground. Inhale, lower, turn your core on. Exhale, going into this holiday season with strength. One more, I promise you, last time. Exhale, good. And then slide your hands back just a little bit. Index fingers are parallel, and then lift your hips up and back. This is where you can ignore me again. Come to child's pose, ignore me, just stay in a downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, bend your left knee to left elbow or tricep. Inhale, extend. You're not kicking too high. Exhale, left knee to right tricep. Cross over the body, get into the obliques. Inhale, extend. Look forward, knee to nose. Do what you can. Skip it if it doesn't work. Inhale, extend. And this is where we bend our knee and we stack our left hip over our right. You can lift your right toes and just relax here. You're getting a really big hip opener. Let the head relax. Some people like looking under their armpit. I do wherever I look that I feels okay. And then float that leg up, look forward, and take that step. Now this could have looked like this, coming to your knee first, and then lifting back and lifting that foot forward. Roll up. That's it. Take your time. Doing great, Janice. Elise, amazing. Belly button in towards the spine, shoulders back. Again, we're not dumping, we're finding stability. We're not pushing too hard. Knee above ankle. Find the strength and then float your arms up into a crescent lunge. Back toes are curled under or not, whatever you can find your balance point. Inhale. Exhale, roll forward. Inhale up. Exhale, roll forward. I'm thinking of all the angles we can stretch those legs that have been skiing. Exhale, roll forward. Inhale. And forward. Again, the arms float up. We're going to do that same stretch we did where we have that straight arms, palms touch. Interlace the fingers except for the pointer thumb. The straight, strong sword of Shiva. Belly button towards the spine. Ground down through your heel for balance. It's okay if you're wobbly. Think of that sword destroying any patterns, those bad patterns, those bad habits we come into. We're shedding those. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands, and then bring your right hand below your shoulder. Belly button in towards the spine, and twist inwards. And just relax here. Wringing out the toxins, coming inwards towards the thigh. You can look up, you can look down, wherever your neck is happy. Inhaling. Exhale, look down to the ground. Bring that arm around. This is where you can come up higher. Blocks are nice if you'd like to bring below yourself, or books. And then walking just a little scooch of that left foot so that you have a little bit more room on the inside of your lizard pose. You can stay here. This is perfect. You don't need to go farther. You can even just rest. Inhale, and some of you are going to come again. Come into that opening up, coming on the side. Just a gentle, slight lift of your inner arch into a winged dragon. Inhaling, exhale, drop it. Back down really slow. Inhale, exhale, winged dragon. Nice and slow. Lifting inner arch maybe. Doing this. And pausing. Breathing. And drop that foot back down. Nice and slow, everyone. Really gentle with yourself. Breathing here, exhale, drop your chin down, bowing to that lizard pose, and then slowly crawling your fingers, sliding your foot around and back. Hands below the shoulders, knees below the hips. Inhale, looking forward into your cow pose. And exhale, look down at your hands, index fingers are parallel, and lift back and up to downward dog. Pedal your legs. And then look forward, bend the knees and tiptoe to come into a forward fold at the top of your mat. You're walking over the blanket, and then relax over the thighs. Relax, grab opposite elbows, let the head go. Let the head go. Bend the knees if the hamstrings are tight, no problem. Let the head go. Let the head be drawn towards the earth. There's no tension in the neck, no tension in the face. Release your hands, bring your big toes to touch, and then sit back into a chair pose. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands heart center. And pause here. Shoulders back. Right away, bring your hands, float them back up your midline, interlace your fingers and push up. Inhaling. Reaching up and out of your waist, a little coming over to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, a little over to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Now you're going to get rid of that blanket for saluting the sun today and then coming to yin poses. So you guys are really doing great. We're almost done the movement. Really good work. Come to the top of the mat. And by the way, if you're like, this is too hard for me, just skip it. Skip it. Skip anything. You could just rest here and just do your own thing. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears and back. Open the palms. Belly button in towards the spine. Float the arms up with your inhale. Palms touch above you. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Hinge from the hips. Swan dive down. Flat back, hands to the shins. Look down to the ground or upper thighs, whatever is better for your spine. Exhale, release. Plant the palms, step back one at a time into plank pose. You can come to your knees if this is too much for yourself, okay? Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, all of us come to our knees. Inhale, exhale, lower down with strength. Elbows come in towards the body. Hands beside the heart. Elbows in, tops of feet in the mat. Inhale, you're doing a little lift. Exhale, curl the toes, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Bend the knees, look forward, tiptoe to the front of your mat, nice and slow. Really slow transitions, let the body go, forward fold, bend the knees. If it's too much, grab opposite elbows. That's a nice way to just release and open up the hamstrings. Release the head, release the neck. There's no tension in the face. Relax your jaw. Breathe into the whole backs of the legs. Exhale through the mouth. Release the hands, big toes touch, sit back, chair pose. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. This is called Samasthiti, this pose. Just pausing here with hands to heart center, looking forward. If you're feeling dizzy, let your hands stay above your head until the blood rushes down. Pause here. Beautiful. Then release the hands. Find your feet hip width apart, mountain pose, belly button to spine. Inhale, palms float up. They can touch above you. Exhale, swan dive down, diving over, hinging from the hips. Hands to the shins, look down to the ground. This is called flat back. You're reaching your crown forward. Exhale, release, forward fold. Crawl down to the mat, find your hands down, plank pose. Nice and slow again. We're finding our plank today. Okay, reaching your crown forward, reaching your heels back, energetically strong. And then lower to your knees, lower down with control, elbows in, hands beside the heart, elbows in the body, tops of feet into your mat, push into the tops of feet, lifting your kneecaps, just a baby cobra here, not too high. Exhale, let it go. And then slowly push up, bring your knees wide as the shoulders, big toes touch behind you, and you're gonna sit into a child's pose. Reach your hands forward, forehead down. Let it go. Now, some of you like child's pose with your hands stacked on top of each other into fists, and your forehead rests there. Some of you like to bring a pillow. Ooh, we have those nice pillows hanging around under your bum. So that little couch pillow, so nice here. So you can just stack that there. Maybe you even want your little couch pillow below your forehead and you're just resting here. You don't want any numbness or tingling in any pose. If you feel any tingling, if you feel any numbness, if you feel any pain, it's your body telling you, I need to get out of this pose. So slowly come out of the pose if you feel any of those sensations and change the shape. That might be sitting on a pillow. That might be rolling up a blanket. I'm going to time here for 2 minutes. You can come out and come back in. We don't want to feel pain, numbness, or tingling in any pose. This is your yin child's pose. Child's pose is great for grounding. Think of the earth energy. The deep, cold earth under your house. The earth energy below that, and below that, all the root systems in the earth with the seeds waiting to spring. When the return of the sun comes, the snow melts and the earth is awake again. Just like the seeds of creativity wait in you to bring into your life the things that make you happy, fulfilled, speaking your true truth, your message, your passion, releasing and shedding what doesn't serve you anymore, what relationships don't serve you anymore, what thought patterns don't serve you anymore, releasing that, shedding that off, beginning anew. Breathe into the back body and release any tension through the mouth. Use your breaths. Again, any numbness, tingling, or pain, you're coming out. 30 seconds here, softening the face, softening the throat. And then slowly, big breath in and out. 2 more like that. In and out. In. Big breath out. Release all the tension through the mouth. Slowly coming up. Take your time. Take your time. And then sitting back. You're going to sit to one side and then shift your legs out in front of you nice and slowly. And then from here, we're going to brush out any bad, stagnant energy. We don't want those coming into the holidays. We don't want that bad vibes of intense shoppers or any intense experiences you may have had or bad news you heard. Just swipe it out. Brush it off. Then one knee at a time, brush it off. Brush it off the arms, the heart, the belly, the back, the face, the hair, the back of the head. Whew. Let it go. And then we're going to do this pose called pulling the cat's tail. Poor cat. So this is where you can have your strap close by or your socks, because this might be too much. So what happens is in times of stress, and when we're feeling the safety blanket pulled out from under our feet, our quads get really stiff. So we're going to stretch the quads out here. We're going to do the left side first. So you're going to shift your weight into that right hip. So roll over into your right hip all the way over so you can bend your left knee behind you and bring that left heel towards your bum. Now reach back for it. And this is where we might think, oh, I can't get that foot, the top of the foot. That's where you grab your strap. Once you got it, come back and slide your left knee away from you. Now coming up to find where it feels good for you, because you're going to come back onto that right elbow behind your body. And this is where you're going to just hang out. Now some of you need more here, and you're going to come back on your back body. And you could even come back and look at your foot. But again, we're just finding where it feels good. So that means you're coming all the way back, laying down, some of you. I'm going to stay up here. This is where I feel sensation. Now this is my first edge of sensation, right? I'm sliding that heel away from me. I'm kicking into my hand for more sensation, or just relaxing and softening. Some of you might just feeling so much sensation here. First edge of sensation, remember that's the yin. First edge of sensation, I'm going to time it. And now once you found it, take your breaths and find your stillness. Be still in the pose, working the tissues. Softening the face, no numbness, no tingling, no pain. If there is, that's our body telling us it's too much. Find the stillness in this pose. Breathe into your right and left legs. Most of you are feeling all the sensation in your left quad or hips, so breathe there. And soften with the exhales. You're doing great. Soften the face, soften the throat. If you need to come out, you're going to roll onto your right first and then untuck the other legs. If you need to come out before this minute is done. Try to find stillness, but never pushing through pain, numbness, or tingling. You're just finding that first edge and hanging out there. Big breath in and out. Nice work. In and out. In and out. Slowly taking your time. If you're back on your whole body, you're going to slowly roll to that right elbow again. We're going to lift up. Now come over onto that right, weight into the right hip. Roll over so you can untuck your left and extend the leg forward again. Shake the legs out. Point and flex your feet. Shake them out again. Point and flex the feet. Shake it, and we'll do the other side. So I'll time it again. We're gonna come onto that left hip first. So roll over, weight onto, I'll just change my cameras too, that's a little bit more closer in. Rolling onto your left hip, and then bend that right knee so it comes towards your bum behind you. Reach for the top of your right foot, and then bring that right knee away from you. Find your edge. Now coming back, and then roll onto that left elbow. Whew, this side for me is the side. Now remember, find your soft edge. You can grab a strap and find sensation. First edge of sensation. This isn't my deepest edge. My deepest edge would be me coming back and laying on my back. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to find my first edge, and I'm going to hang out there, and I'm going to breathe and find stillness. And let this pose do the work it needs to in your body. Try to be soft and still in the face and breathe into the right quad, into the hips. Some of you are coming all the way back, even making this into a twist, looking to the bottom of your foot, the sole of your foot. You're finding your edge, your soft edge, and spending time there. Can you soften the jaw? Can you soften the eyes? Can you soften your hip? And allow your emotions to flow through you in a healthy way. 30 seconds. Remember, if it's too much, you take your time to come out. Find the softness in your breath. No numbness, no pain, no tingling. Being still. Finding and releasing tension with the breath. 3 breaths in and out. In and out. In and out. Slowly, gently, you're going to come, if you're on your back, take your time to roll onto that left elbow. From the left elbow, slowly lift yourself up. Shift your weight, release the foot. You're going to shift your weight over into the left side, roll into the left side, extend the right leg to straighten it out. And then coming up, give your legs a little shake. Then bend the knees. And then coming here, hands behind you, lift through the heart. Really straighten your hands, or straighten the arms to lift up through the heart. And then release that. Fingers however they want to be. Walk your feet a little wider and just kind of sway here. Swaying like a windshield wiper. Perfect. All right, from here, bring your feet together, scooch forward, and we're going to set up for our really nice pose here before we do a twist and then Shavasana. Or maybe we'll do the twist first, because this next pose you guys will not want to come out of at all. At all. We did do twists before, so if we don't make it into the twist, I'm okay with that tonight, because your spine is actually really happy right now. So what you're going to do to set yourself up here is unfold your blanket first. Then you're going to take your bolster and bring it behind you. Now, if you don't have blocks, I want you to go grab a book, a thick book. So you're going to place it behind your bolster. And if you have a second book, grab that second book and stack it. So you have support. Now, some of you with blocks, you're going to stack your highest one like that and your second one lower. So I have that high, really nice high lift, even better. But most of us don't have these 2 blocks. If you do, that's what you're doing. Highest height, medium height, support. If you don't, that's okay. Grab your 2 books or whatever you have to support it and lift it up. So that blanket is nice and low. If you have a sensitive low back, fold it over again so that you have barely any kind of, that you're creating kind of a ramp there. Now grab your 2 pillows, because we're going to use them for either side of this. You're going to place one on one side and place one on the other side. You're going to bring your low back, come right up. I want you to sit on that pillow or bolster, whatever you have here. You might have your 2 pillows that are from your bed, and you're going to lay back on that kind of lifted height. Now, you might have a second pillow or blanket for the top of your head, because if you come back and you feel like this is slouching, I need more support, you're going to bring something under your head. You're going to bring the soles of your feet together and let the knees come apart, and that's where they're going to catch on these pillows. Now, if that's too deep, if you're like, oh gosh, that hip opener, I'm not going to hold this. You're going to hold this, guys, for a while. So if this is you and you think, I can't hold this for too long, you need a higher height, you need a second pillow, or you need to lift these and stack them up so that you can let them open up. So soles of the feet together, let your knees come apart, supported by this. If you can't find that in your space, no problem. Just bring your knees up, walk your feet out, and let your knees fall together. Or, which is really nice, support the back of your legs and just extend your legs straight out. This is even better. I recommend just doing this. We're going to come here after, but you can stay there the whole time. So, soles of the feet together. Let your knees come apart, chin to chest. And I want you to tuck your shoulder blades under so your heart is really lifted. palms open, and for extra comfort, you can even get 3 or 2 more pillows to support the back of the arms. It's like you're in a lazy boy recliner. Now this is called Queen's Chair. So you are queen. You're soaking in the feminine energy. And with your eyes open or closed, I want you to picture a really regal queen in front of you. Just picture this beautiful regal queen. And what kind of pedestal is she on? What is she wearing? How's her jewelry? What's her crown like? What's her face like? What's her hair like? Is she joyful? Is she proud? Is she confident? And just notice this queen in front of you. She knows what she wants. She knows what she can let go of, what's not serving her. And this queen is within you, letting her wake up, shedding what isn't serving you. If you're a male or female, you have this inner feminine queen, this feminine energy. Letting your face go completely. You're going to be here for another 4 minutes, so really get yourself comfortable. And if your thoughts start to disappear or focus on planning, I want you to come back to the breath and picture this glowing regal queen whose glowing gold energy is just like a magnet pulling in what she needs from the universe. The connection from others, the love, the care, the self-care. She's vibrating on a higher frequency, this highest frequency. And she's shedding anything she doesn't need, what doesn't serve her. If this isn't working for you, you can release your legs straight out, supporting the back of the legs. That's where we're going next. So if you want to meet us there, you can go there. What can you let go of? What can slide off the body here? Can you relax your eyes deep in the sockets? Can you relax your jaw completely? Can you relax the teeth and the tongue in your mouth, letting go? This is also a really nice restorative heart opener. If your mind wanders, come back to your breath. I breathe in. I breathe out. Soaking in the golden light of your queen in your queen's chair. Soaking it into every cell. Remember, no numbness, no pain, no tingling. Change the shape if there's any discomfort. You should feel fully supported here. So this is not just Queen's chair, it's a reclined Queen's chair with a butterfly pose, a reclined butterfly. Allowing yourself to just be in your body. Taking some nice breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Slowly slide your hands down to your legs and lift one knee up at the time with the help of your hands. Take those pillows and then bring them to the back of your legs and extend your legs straight out. If they're not high enough, you just need more support under them. I'm going to time again for another 4 minutes here. Now this is where it's nice when your legs are extended for support under the forearms. You'll feel the weight shift in your body. So if you have someone in your space that can just bring support under the forearms, or if you're feeling okay, that's fine. But if you are recording this class and you're doing it again, this is where you can know that you can have extra cozy blankets you can fold under the arms, or extra pillows for this under the back of the legs. So you're really just soaking in this chest opener, this restorative pose to restore you for the holidays, to open the heart to joy, to laughter, to celebration, however small. Open your heart to gratitude. Gratitude for this body, for your health. Thinking of all the things, soaking in the gratitude through the heart. Take a nice inhale in. Exhale out. In. Out. Last time, big breath in and out. Bend one knee at a time. Take your time. Soles of the feet into the ground. Bend the other knee. Soles of the feet into the ground. Reach for the behind the legs. Grab your pillows. Remembering you're on a bolster, just roll onto the left, like tuck your left hip under, staying up high. Stay on your left side, lifted. And then slowly push yourself up enough to get rid of your bolster, get rid of the block. If your blanket's gonna bug you, I want you to scooch back, get rid of it, pull it to the top of your mat. So you're gonna come down on your left side and roll onto your back for Shavasana. But first, give yourself a hug, knees into the chest. And you can rock here just a little bit. Give yourself a hug. Extend the legs to the ceiling, arms up to the ceiling. Circle your ankles and wrists, and the other way. So the bolster, I'd like to, if you have that bolster, I want it to support the back of your legs. If you don't, that's okay. Grab your pillows and it's going to do that. One more hug. Squeeze the knees towards the chest. Nice, gentle squeeze. Maybe you lift your head up into a little ball, and then exhale, release. Release the legs. They're supported by the back of the thighs for a gentle curve in your lumbar spine, or even better, supporting the back of the legs with a bolster. Chin to chest. Some of you can roll in the sides of your blanket, just kind of hugging the neck, and then roll the top of your blanket in so you're hugging the head. Chin is slightly tucked. So all I want is your chin tucked and that you have support. And then release here completely. Release into Shavasana. Let go. Let your body melt into your mat. If you're still holding on to tension, to unease, to impatience, let it melt off like dew on a leaf or like snow. Melting off a leaf back into the ground. Let that slide off you with each exhale. You're soaking in your class into every cell, into the quads, the hips, the spine, the chest, the heart, the shoulders, the neck. Soak in the class to every cell and let go. Now, some of you need to stay here longer. Your body, like we checked in at the beginning, really checking in with your body. What does it need right now? If that's rest, and you have the space and time right now to really rest, let yourself go. Let it go completely. Even sleep in Shavasana. If you are that space right now, just let yourself really rest and drift off. Otherwise, I want you to start bringing back awareness to the body with your breath. Feel the breath in your whole body. Feel prana, life force, the chi in your body. Feel it coming up through the breath, traveling up the back of the legs. To the heart, out through the crown, out through the fingertips, exhaling through the mouth. Big breath in. Through the feet, through the fingertips, exhaling through the mouth. And then wiggling fingers and toes, coming back to the space. Take your time, maybe rotating your ankles and wrists, maybe not. Do what you need to do. Maybe some of you want to reach up above your head and stretch your fingertips away from you and toes, point the toes. Whatever works to just kind of yawn awake. Again, if you need to stay in Shavasana, stay there. Bend one knee at a time, soles of feet into the mat, and remove your pillow or bolster behind the back of your legs. So you can fully roll to your right or left side, whatever feels more natural to you. And you're just going to roll over and pause here. Like a little fetal position. I want you to remember the joy of Christmas from a child's eye. The joy of the holiday season. If you don't celebrate Christmas, the joy of this time of year for thankfulness. Being thankful Exhaling through the mouth. And with your top hand, place it into the ground. Take an inhale and push yourself up to seated. Take your time. You might feel a little woozy. That's okay. That's the effects of a long restorative pose. Slowly coming up. You can sit on your bolster if it's behind you and close, lifting your hips, but you don't need to. I'm just surrounded in props here. Whatever you want to do, as long as you can feel that you're getting a bit of lift through the crown, grounding down through your sit bones. Open the palms here. And we're thinking of gratitude, pulling in so much gratitude for this week to come, focusing on gratitude every day, those little things you're grateful for. Because it's the little things that count. And then inhale, reach out to gratitude. Reach out to it, to the sides, and then exhale, pull it into the heart. One more like that. Inhale, reach out. Pull in the gratitude to the heart. The light in my heart bows to the light in yours. Namaste.